Hi, my name is Turtles. I'm also known as Turtles2 on Twitch. I'm here to give a tutorial on the Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines on how to install the unofficial patch. So the first thing we're going to do is go to this site. I will link it below. It's moddb.com mods VTMB slash unofficial patch. I'll give the link. It's a lot easier that way. Or another way you can do it is go into discussions here and then look for unofficial patch download and helpful links. And you will see it. Update patch has officially moved to, and then click that link. Once you do that, you'll be greeted with this window right here. Go down and you'll see, currently I'm running 11.1, but the current version is 11.2. So we're going to go ahead and download that. I have this blank, so you'll be greeted with this window. Sometimes it'll have a picture on it like an ad. Just ignore that. Wait a few minutes because it has a timer. And save the file. If your desktop asks you if you want to save it or open it, I click save. Sometimes your browser will block it. So what you'll need to do, like in Chrome, you'll need to go down here and click the up arrow and say keep file. Another thing that you might want to avoid doing is running Steam as admin, because sometimes it bonks out the installations to updates to your games or new games you want to install and so forth. So don't ever do that. So what we're going to do, see, you might get greeted with this too. Windows protected your PC. Now click more information. Don't say don't run. More information. Now say run anyways. Now you will see, let me lower my screen so you can see better. You'll see this window right here. Click next, next. Now this is the important thing. Now if your game is not on your C drive, you will want to go to the drive that it's on. So what I do is I just go over here and I just delete it, and then you can put in, you make sure you have it capitalized because all your drives are capitalized. So if it's the D drive, you put a capital D. But make sure it's before the two dots right here that I have highlighted. So you just delete the C, nothing else, and make it an E, F, whichever drive that your game is on. The rest of the path is correct. The creator of the unofficial patch, he's very active in discussions. By the way, Wesp is the creator, and so he has done a phenomenal job to make sure that the unofficial patch goes to the correct directory. So if you don't see any of this, you can correct it easily. But this is what you should be seeing. Mine's on the C drive, so I'm going to go ahead and click next. Now, this is where I'm going to explain more detail. So the basic is what you absolutely need. The patch readme, that's just a note card explaining the patch and all the updates. Now, if you've never played this game, I would recommend not adding the plus patch. The plus patch, what it does, it adds spice to the game. It changes a lot of the quest lines. You wouldn't, if you've never played a game, so you wouldn't know the difference. So I mean, I personally, you can go ahead and do it, but I would say play it once and then install the plus patch if you want to run it again, do a run through again. Do not, I repeat, do not install the patch extras. That doesn't work for the English version. I'm not an expert when it comes to this, so I mean, Wes would be the best person to ask if it's in a different language. But I would not install that. I'm going to go ahead and install the basic plus patch because I've played the game and beat the game several times. So then you click next, and then you click install, and then you wait. Now this will also allow you to use your mods. Do not install this off of if you install the patch off of the Nexus, do not use the Vortex to install the patch. Click download manually because it has its own installer. So I'm going to wait until this is done, and I will show you how to run the game, because once this is installed, you cannot use the original shortcut that came with the game, because otherwise the patch won't work and your game might crash. So there's a few bugs that you will notice if you play this game for a period of time. You know, you'll get some graphical glitches. Usually you save the game, you close the game completely out, and then relaunch it, and they'll fix it. So I'm waiting it's extracting files still. Now I'm starting to wonder, do I really have the game on my C drive? I think so. Okay, so I'm not going to run the game just yet. So I delete this because you can use this on your desktop. It actually might be easier for you to do so. Or if you just want to get rid of the shortcut like I do, we're going to go to here. We're going to go to library. Now here's the important step. You go to right click on the game in here like this, and then you right click, go to properties. You'll be greeted in general with this. Enable Steam overlay in game and these top two, because the important thing is you have these undone, because sometimes these two things, you have these enabled, they will make your cutscenes basically non-existent. It will bug out your game. Your cutscenes will be sometimes you get greeted with just a window that just it looks like a rainbow and you don't see nothing, but you can hear everything. Sometimes it causes the game to crash, so just turn those off, because it's mainly because this game is old, and almost most games that are RPGs like this with cutscenes that are old or ported from console, the cutscenes don't work very well with the Steam overlay. Next thing you can do is, I will put this in the description below as well, is you'll need, I use the minus button, so you go minus game make sure you put a space in between game unofficial _ patch. I will again put this in my description. You got to make sure the unofficial and patch have uppercase first letters, so that way sometimes if you have it lowercase, it won't launch the game correctly. So then that's done. And you can then, if you can tell if it's the game is running using the patch, if you launch your game, and another key thing, because sometimes this will make your game crash too, go to your options. Make sure your video is under your resolution of your screen that you're playing on. I have 2 screens, 2 monitors, so I can play it on either screen. Next thing is go to gameplay. You should see your patch version right here. If you do not see the patch version, that means something went wrong. The patch is not installed. You didn't run the game with the patch started. So make sure that, for example, in that place that you put the unofficial patch for shortcut for the launch options, that there's no space before. I'll close the game. So go here, check to make sure there is no space here before the minus sign. So if that's correct, then what you could do is try reinstalling the patch, because sometimes something can go wrong and the file got corrupted, and so therefore during the download process, it's not your computer, your internet, but sometimes it can happen when you're downloading, the file gets corrupted. Just try to reinstall, download the fresh copy, and then reinstall the game, and then try again. If that still does not work, you could still use the shortcut on your desktop. Another thing you could do is you can put minus windowed, and that will ensure that your game ends up in windowed mode. And you know, I'm not promoting cheating here, but to me, this is good to have. I wouldn't recommend using it, because using cheats actually can bug out the game more. So but there's sometimes if you come across something, you get stuck, you can't help it. Like, you get stuck in I've gotten stuck inside of a wall. So if that happens, then you can get yourself out. I'm not going to go into detail on what the commands are. You can Google that. Again, I'm not promoting cheating, because but it's your game. It's not me to decide how you want to play. So if you have any problems, further problems, if there's any other issues, the community is really great. I recommend some people on here definitely post here. People are usually pretty responsive when it comes to help. Wesp, let me get his proper name, because I do not want to, because he's the person that did the unofficial patch, so I don't want to butcher in his name right here. Wesp 5. He's the one that created the patch, so check him out. Yakes is really good at helping people. Rip is really good at helping people. It's like a lot of people who really know this game, just reach out to them. Anyways, this is the update, and I cannot see how any other way I can be of assistance. So hopefully this helps you.